Are you having trouble attracting a mate? Is no one responding to your dick pics, despite listing The Shawshank Redemption and The Big Lebowski as your favorite movies on your profile? Do you, for some reason, invest way more value in sex than in genuine happiness or fulfilling relationships? Yes. Well, just one more question, and then I can get you the help you need. Do you have any disposable income? Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy Pickup Artistry, or PUA, or as they call it, game, refers to the apparently lost, secret technique of convincing people that sleeping with you is a good idea. How do you ask for a date? Wikipedia politely calls them the seduction community. Oh, why is it? Where's it this the date says? Why is it P7 P77 P70 P70 P77 P73 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 710 P73 P7 line P73 P7 line P77 P77 There's nothing pretty about that. No pretty boy. Okay. I have a question. If pleasure doesn't matter and the person you sleeping with doesn't matter to you because you've pursued a worldview based around thinking so little of them, what's the fucking point? The most damning thing about pickup artistry is that it doesn't work. Even when it works, nothing she does can ever be good enough for you. Roosh claims that his techniques work, but there is something of a conflict of interest, isn't there? He's literally trying to sell you books about the techniques. Of course he'd say it works, but assuming that he's not a lying con man who wants your money, is it actually making him happy? I don't think it is. Pickup artistry is a lifestyle in which you pursue a happiness that you never arrive at and hopefully make a little money on the way, conning other people into paying you for your tips you probably copied from Roosh. You plagiarist piece of shit. The prologue of Bang is a story about how hurt Roosh felt when he discovered a girl he thought liked him was dating someone else. We would study together in groups and I could swear she was giving me extra attention. And I could swear, dear, and then I analysed the situation with me nice friends, and we all concluded that she did like me as more than a friend. After a couple of weeks of hesitation, I finally asked her out on a casual date to the movies. She said she couldn't because she was she could be. Weeks later, I'd see her on campus holding hands with another guy. Instead of listening to the lame love songs like he usually did for the first time, he got angry. A lifetime of frustration in not getting what I wanted became focused on this one girl. I was bitter that I, a nice guy, was getting passed over for goys who I thought were losers. If I did end up talking to her, I would cut our conversation short. When she would ask me to study, I'd lie and say I was studying alone, only for her to find me study group late at night in the library. I started feeling good for treating her poorly. I hated her and everything that she stood for, which was me failure amidst women. Roosh then details that after doing this, he discovered she was trying harder to be his friend. He puts this down to girls secretly wanting bad boys when an outside observer can see it might be because she really did like him as a friend and tried to continue it even though she had a boyfriend. Though she might be because she The story then abruptly cuts off and goes into a more general story about the power of being mad at women. Presumably this is because not only did this behavior never get him the girl, but she probably eventually gave up on their friendship and moved on with her life, and he doesn't want to mention that bit. His very first story about the success of his techniques is a story about a friend he pushed away because he was disappointed he didn't get to fuck her. He insists he used to be the stereotypical nice guy, but it sounds like he never really had any respect for that person in the first place. Pickup artists call it game, and the name comes from a particular non-fiction book called The Game, Penetrating the Secret Society of Pickup Artists. Oh, do you get it? The author, journalist Neil Strauss, initially saw success and gained friendships with other sad little boy men who idolize having the power to do something they don't really like with women they don't enjoy being with, and all of them had cute little assumed names like Mystery, Style, Herbal Playboy, and of course Tyler Durden, because why wouldn't these people identify as that arranged manifestation of masculinity worshipping ideology? Spoilers, eventually Strauss, relationships with the friends he made collapsed. It turns out these people are emotionally unstable. Who'd have thought? And then he concludes that pickup artistry is for losers and attempts to rebuild his life. I felt a little bad outright dismissing this stuff as for losers just before, but here's Neil Strauss, the most prominent figure to ever emerge from the seduction community, saying it himself. 10 years after publishing The Game, Strauss put out a book called The Truth, an uncomfortable book about relationships. Its provisional title was Game Over, or as I like to call it, The Game Part 2 is what? Still depressed. The Truth is the opposite of The Game in every way, even down to its cover. It details Strauss trying to put his life back together and have an actual, rewarding long-term relationship with another human being. The guy's attempts to emotionally recover and see people as people are kind of commendable, and I hope the people who desperately follow his earlier advice also eventually experience the same development. It would be nice if these sad people stopped ruining their lives and maybe helped others do the same, but that might mean giving up on their source of income. And in this economy, theft. Thank you all very much for watching, and also for being so patient with me. This video took a really long time to make. It turns out that doing tons of research and reading a bunch of books actually is really time consuming. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye. In any case, in addition to the names scrolling past the screen right now, I'd especially like to thank. I hope that's right. So right. Knuckles the echidna in a pair of huge googly eyes on a flaccid penis. It's changed again. K Plays Dota, Daniel Vincent Chilton, Mike Stanley, Philip Huber, Lissy Roberts, Scarthorax Lordothoroches, Merclonum, Mackenzie Cockerell, Monsilver Plattstunistrum, Sammy Eugene Butler, Jordan Tullis, Owen Piper, Bill Mock, Recovering Zombie, Emily O., Young Cowrie, Jason Walter, Caleb Murphy V. J. Logan, Fintley Boycopley, Fema Ninja, Parker Anderson, Silas Pumpkins, Ash Stryker, Scene Kemp, David the Benevolent Malevolence, Emmy Lech, Brennan Arts, Alexander Corbett, Olivia Mello, John Cantwell, Marco Shard, Malarkey Bingo, Eric Hunter, Lady Naga, Spilt Coffee, Zachary, Scott, Siegfried, Slayeroth Immortal Dragon, Robert Phillips, Rebecca Washam Hiroer, Calfsile, Alex Lemkowicz, Graf and Blackpaw, Jeffrey Theobald, Jack Harvey, Casey Schneebel, David Rowe, Sheo Savin, Savelo, Savlin, Savili, Sylvia, Faveli, Favel, Bell, 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 how, how, how we are there, how, how you do, how, I do zero zero zero. I zero zero. I well, do you see the shoe wow. Conolingus is unnatural for woman. Ha ha. I am not a chain-smoking Mickey Mouse. I am just a regular woman who hates conolingus. Ha ha. That's terrible. Don't use that. I mean, use it if you want to, but it's terrible. Let me try it again. Oh, fuck. Just bashed me fucking arm against the tripod trying to make this thing work.